Mars meets Rahu in Aquarius creates Angarak Yoga, where solar eclipse just happened. Nothing to worry about, but we need to be aware of the situation for next 37 days, starting from 23rd of February. This video is about Mars meeting Rahu in Aquarius right after solar eclipse, ascendant by ascendant. And it is very important to understand what's going to happen because of the solar eclipse and how the energy will shift for your specific ascendant. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Mighty Moon Astrology. This video is about the Angaraka Yoga that we will go through very soon. Please watch the video until the end because I'm going to give you some remedies at the end of the video. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe and like, share, comment, interact with us. And if you need any personal consultancy, then communicate with us through the email address that is given on the screen and we are going to help you. What is Angaraka Yoga? The people who follow astrology, I'm sure they already know. When Mars meets Rahu, that creates an Angaraka Yoga. Mars is high energy. Mars is the courage. Mars is the fighter, the warrior. Mars actually goes to the battlefield and fight for life, fight for the right causes. And Rahu amplifies everything. Rahu is also courage. Rahu also creates delusion, and Rahu is a great illusionist. It looks like so many things will happen, but it will not. So we need to be a little careful about Rahu. When Mars meets Rahu, it actually starts a fire. Angaraka Yoga means it has the capacity to burn everything. So it is actually not an easy time for the entire world. But to be honest, nothing to worry. We just need to know how to manage this energy. Okay? The solar eclipse just happened in this house. So the first planet moving, over the house that just experienced a solar eclipse will actually impact the energy of that house and energy of that solar eclipse significantly. Solar eclipse just happened and you're just trying to settle or understand the energy that is changing, and you're trying to do your best, you're trying to do the right thing. And at that moment, Mars, a malefic planet, goes to meet Rahu on the same house and it is the first planet that meets Rahu and Sun in Aquarius. It is going to be a little difficult to take the right decision because Mercury is also going retrograde from 23rd of February. I'm going to make another video, so please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you know about all these videos. So take high energy. Rahu is there to create an illusion and Mercury is going retrograde, making it difficult to take the right decision. This is going to be a little difficult for everybody, but it's not like it will impact all the sectors, all the aspects of your life. According to your ascendant, which house is Aquarius, that you need to know, and then we can actually take care of it. So I'm going to now describe ascendant by ascendant. So Aries people, Mars is not a problem for you. Mars is your Lagna Lord. You are Martian. You are very much Martian people. Mars also co-lords Scorpio, but to be honest, Scorpio is a totally different energy. Pure Martian energy is Aries people. Now, your Lagna Lord coming to the house of the solar eclipse in the 11th house. The solar eclipse just happened. And it meets Rahu. Your Lagna Lord meets Rahu. We need to see the dignity of your own Mars. But in general, your Lagna Lord coming to the house of the solar eclipse just happened may not be a bad thing. Your Lagna Lord will take care of everything in your life. Your Lagna Lord is responsible for everything in your life. So Mars coming to your 11th house and setting the energy, impacting the energy of the solar eclipse may not be a bad thing. But one thing you need to remember, that you are under the influence of Rahu. Rahu is very powerful in the sky now. So you need to be careful about whatever decision you take. You are going to take some decision without the influence of anybody else, because Mars is your Lagna Lord. So you need to take the right decision. You need to know how to manage the energy, and you need to fight if it is necessary. If it is not necessary and you get into a fight, the results will be devastating. So what I'm asking is to evaluate before you jump into any fight. Take time. If it is possible, until April 3rd, do not take any action. Do not take any decision. Think about it, evaluate, and wait for it. And we also have lunar eclipse coming up. So the cosmic energy is still settling down. So please try and understand, this is not a good time to take a major decision or take an action. Just keep doing your day-to-day activities, whatever you are doing, but please observe and evaluate, take notes, and prepare and plan. Thank you very much. I hope you take the right decision. Taurus Ascendants, your 12th Lord is coming to Aquarius in your 10th house right after the solar eclipse. You may lose your job. You may actually lose your public persona. Some public humiliation can happen. But there is a saving grace. You need to keep quiet, at least in your public domain and at work. Do not get into a fight with your boss, with your colleagues. If you run the business, do not get into a fight with your employees, because anyone superior or working under you at your workplace can become your enemy or the reason for your loss during this time. So be careful at work and don't get into any fight. You may feel fighting for the wrong reasons. You may feel the necessity to do something which is not necessary, which is not fruitful for your professional life. So be careful during this time, and I hope you take the right decision. Gemini Ascendants, this is a very interesting transit. Your 11th Lord is coming to 9th house and meeting Rahu right after solar eclipse. So 9th house solar eclipse sometimes can be devastating, but 11th Lord coming to the 9th house and meeting Rahu, you may find yourself fighting for your dreams, fighting for your desires, fighting for the plan you have for yourself, which may not actually be approved by your father. So if you have to go against your father, I would ask you to think again, think properly, and before April 3rd, do not take any action. Think about it. You're going to have the desire to go against your father, and you feel like that, oh, my father doesn't understand my dreams, he doesn't understand what I want, and he doesn't care. Wait and actually try to understand what your father actually wants. It is most of the time with our fathers, everything is lost in communication or lack of communication. And this is not a good time to start a fight with your father. So please be careful and wait until April 3rd. Before that, do not take any drastic decision. Do not leave the house. Do not start a fight with your father. And your dreams will come true. Trust me. Mars is your 11th Lord. Mars will find a way to make your dreams come true. Make those, impossible things happen for you. But this is not a good time. You need to wait. I hope you take the right decision. Cancer Ascendants, your 10th Lord Mars is coming to visit Rahu in your 8th house right after the solar eclipse. It may actually bring out the secrets, bring out the hidden things about you, hidden information about you. It can also bring out the hidden enemies. If your Mars is in good dignity in your own birth chart, then it can actually bring out the hidden enemies and help you. So it can actually go either way. It can be a good thing for you, it can be a bad thing, but you need to be careful because there is a chance that you may also have some accidents. So physically, when you drive or when you are even using public transport, be careful. And until April 3rd, do not go for any rigorous physical activity. And do not drive or like go for an adventurous drive like hiking or trekking and any other adventurous activities. This is not good time for you. And be careful about what information you need to seal. As an astrologer, this is a difficult decision to tell you to hide your truth, but if it comes out, then it may not be good for you. So you need to be careful. And if it is time, then be honest. And let people know, the important people, that what you have been hiding, and maybe they will help you. Find the right person before you reveal your hidden truth. And if you cannot find the right person, then keep hiding it and be careful about it. I hope you take the right decision. Leo Ascendants, your 9th Lord Mars is coming to the 7th house to meet Rahu. It creates Angaraka Yoga, and it is the house that the solar eclipse just happened. But your wife, your husband, your business partners can actually bring a lot of fortune for you during this time, because Mars is your 9th Lord, the Lord of Bhagya. So, and it is coming to the 7th house. So that is the positive possibility, but there is a negative possibility also that you get into a very bad fight with your partner or your wife or your husband, and you say some bad things or do some bad things that you cannot recover from. So you need to be very, very careful and see that what is happening. You need to see your Mars in your chart, so that you know that if your Mars in the birth chart is in a good dignity, is it going to help you or not. So, but before taking any action, before April 3rd, please be very careful. Do not take any action actually. Be very careful and observe and take notes and evaluate the situation. Do not make it a life and death, because it may actually go there and then maybe you will not be able to recover the relationship. So I hope you take the right decision. Virgo Ascendants, your 8th Lord coming to the 6th house, Mars coming to the 6th house and meets Rahu where the solar eclipse just happened. It is a good thing, trust me. It's a Viparit Raj Yoga, and you will be empowered to fight all your enemies, to fight any competition that you are in. If you want to get into any competition right now before April 3rd, starting from 23rd of February, get into the competition. You're gonna win. If you know who your enemies are, I have told you this before, then again, Mars is coming to meet Rahu in your 6th house. You have the physical energy, you have the immense courage, and you have the power to take down all your enemies and save yourself. Maybe it's enough. Maybe for a very long time, some enemies that you already know that they are your enemies and you couldn't do anything about it, now this is the time. I have been telling other ascendants that don't take any action, be careful. Mars and Rahu can actually make you do stuff that you cannot recover from. So be careful. But for you, Virgo Ascendants, I want you to take actions. And I want you to do something about your enemies. You will win. I wish you all the best. Libra Ascendants, your 7th Lord is coming to the 5th house with a high energy and meet Rahu right after the solar eclipse, when you are trying to settle with the energy and trying to understand that what's going to change. During this time, there is a significant chance of you getting into a fight with your partner, with your romantic partner. It can be your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, your wife. And it can also be very critical with your children. If you have children, the relationship can go through some struggles during this time, from February 23rd to April 3rd. So this time, my suggestion is, do not take any drastic action. If you have to end a relationship, I'm not talking about your children, you never do that. But if you think your romantic relationship, legal or, informal commitment that you have with the person, it is about to end, I ask you to wait until April 3rd. You evaluate, you talk to the person that you are involved with, and you think about the situation. To be honest, it's going to be very difficult. Mars and Rahu creating Angaraka Yoga, and I'm asking you to sit down and think about it. It's going to be very difficult, but that is the only way to save yourself from taking a wrong decision, a wrong step that you cannot recover from. So to save your romantic relationships, or to take the right decision even, maybe if you take a decision to leave the person that you really love, before April 3rd, you will take a wrong decision, and maybe that person is actually good for you. So you need to evaluate the entire situation and the problems in your relationship, and also think about the good things in your relationship. And it's the time to make a list of pros and cons and try to evaluate what is good for you, and wait until April 3rd. Okay, after that, take the decision. I hope you be patient and you take the right decision at the end. Scorpio Ascendants, your 6th Lord Mars is coming to the 4th house and meets Rahu, creates Angaraka Yoga right after the solar eclipse happened. You're just trying to cope with the new energy, and Mars comes in with extra energy. And Rahu is very happy to see Mars, because Rahu tries to amplify everything, and Mars is bringing something already fiery. So it is easier for Rahu to multiply it. But Rahu is an illusionist. So we need to be careful about what Rahu is doing to the energy of Mars. 6th Lord coming to the 4th house, you may actually make some enemy at your home, in your home. Your mother most probably can become your enemy during this time. And in the solar eclipse video, I have said that which part of your life will be impacted. I don't want to repeat that. Please, if you didn't watch that video, please go watch that video. But what I am trying to tell you, whatever the risks are of this solar eclipse, Mars is the first malefic planet which is going over the house of Aquarius, where the solar eclipse just happened. So Mars will bring in a lot of energy, negative or positive. We can say a little bit from looking at your chart, but we also need to see what is happening in your 4th house originally, and what kind of energy Mars is bringing, and how you can deal with your Rahu, because Rahu is going to amplify that energy. So this is the time of precautions, and this is the time that you try to understand your mother, what she's trying to say, and try to respect. I know this is going to be difficult, but if you get into a fight with your mother this time, you may not be able to recover from it. So be careful before you take any drastic action, or you misbehave with your mother, or you say or do something that you're going to regret later on. I hope you all the best. I hope you take the right decision. Sagittarius Ascendants. Your fifth lord Mars is coming to your third house and meets Rahu and creates Angarak Yoga. Third house is the house of courage. Mars is the planet of courage. Rahu is the planet of courage. How much courage do you need? You have it all. So if you have been thinking that, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't have enough courage to do this, I don't have the courage to say this, I don't have the courage to take the initiative for anything that you have been thinking of doing, this is the right time. Now, you need to be a little careful, because it can be too much of courage and it can go wrong. Because Rahu can actually multiply it negatively. Negatively means in a negative way. That you don't need that much courage. That becomes audacity. That becomes, not really graceful. Because the courage has to meet the grace. Sometimes it's too much for us and for the people around us. Okay? So you will not have any problem to be brave and to show courage and to do things out of the box, to ask people to do things for you, which may or may not be safe. Okay, because to be honest, why do we need courage to do something? Because we think that it's not going to be safe. It is a little bit of a risk, right? Most of the time it is a risk. And you are now ready to take any risk in the world. So you need to be careful about what you're doing and why you're doing it before you take any action. But this is a good time, because most of the time we actually lose things because we don't have the courage, we are not brave enough, and we don't want to take risks. But this is your time to take a risk. I hope you take the right decision. Capricorn Ascendants. Mars is your fourth lord. Mars is coming to visit Rahu in your second house and creates Angarak Yoga right after the solar eclipse, when you're just trying to settle with the solar eclipse energy. This is the time where your mother can be harsh to you or your family. There is a possibility that your mother will have a fight with one of your family members, and you will get in the middle of the fight when you are actually not a part of the fight. Okay, but it's your responsibility to do the right thing, calm them down and be the mediator. As a Capricorn, you do not really appreciate any unnecessary fight. So Martian energy, Mars is your fourth lord. It actually takes care of your property, your house, your mental peace. It is not really easy for you to, have the mental peace, because Mars is a very active planet. It wants to do things. It doesn't want to sit just, idle. It doesn't want to sit idle and do nothing. So mental peace is difficult to come to you. And now it's going to your second house, and in your family there can be a turmoil. So I hope you can keep your calm. You need to see where is your moon, and you need to take care of your moon in your birth chart, so that helps you with your psychological and mental peace. And any dispute regarding any land, piece of land or property or house or an apartment, a car, anything, any possession that you have needs to be dealt with a calm mind, okay? With a peaceful mind, not with aggression, not with, drastic actions. So try to calm down and take care. I hope you take the right decision. Aquarius Ascendants, your third lord Mars is coming to Lagna. Your first house meets Rahu, creates Angarak Yoga right after the solar eclipse. When you're trying to settle with the solar eclipse energy, this brings immense courage. This brings the unrealistic ideas. And this will encourage you to do things without thinking much. Now that's where you need to be very careful. Immense courage, not a bad thing. Out of the box ideas, creative ideas, very important nowadays. But a drastic action or an unplanned action can actually ruin everything. So what I want you to do from February 23rd to April 3rd, you plan. You entertain all your ideas. You take notes, you write down, you keep a journal. You evaluate, you see the possibilities of these ideas and how to make it happen before you take any action. Rahu will give you the courage, but Rahu will also make you a little bit delusional. You may think this is a good idea, but maybe it's not, or maybe it is. So wait until April 3rd and then you take the decision. Before that, do not take the decision. But write down all your ideas, what you want to do, how you want to do it. Try to figure out the plan. This is the time for you to plan. I hope you take the right decision. Pisces Ascendants, your second lord Mars is coming to meet Rahu in your 12th house and creates Angarak Yoga right after the solar eclipse. And it may actually be a difficult time with your family members. You may actually lose one of your family members. I'm not saying physically you're going to lose them or they will, lose their lives, but you may strain the relationship or you may actually lose the relationship with one of your family members. So you need to control your energy, the high energy of Mars meeting Rahu in the 12th house. And you need to control your speech. Mars is your second lord. So your speech, how you talk, how your verbal communication is done is actually ruled by Mars. We need to see Mars in your birth chart, but in general, you can be very energetic when you talk and you can be a little harsh at times. Maybe you're telling the truth, but it is too harsh for the people who are listening to it or who feel that maybe you are attacking them. So, and maybe you are giving advice when it is not really welcome. It is not necessary. Nobody asked you to give advice, but you're still giving advice. This is the time, through these activities you can get into fight and you are going to lose if you get into fight. So from February 23rd to April 3rd, I want you to be very careful. Don't get into any fight because I don't want you to lose. I hope you take the right decision. Now I have covered all the ascendants and I want to give you some remedies. Before that, I want to tell you one more time that Mars is high energy and Rahu is an amplifier. And when they meet, it is called Angarak Yoga. That means it creates amplified and very powerful fire. Fires can be good. Fires can be lit for light, for heat, for cooking, for burning the negative things in our lives. But it can also burn the positive things. If it is not managed well, if you don't know what to do with the fire, it can actually kill you. So that's what I have been telling all the ascendants, that how to manage. Now, one very simple remedy that should be done by everybody. Donate blood. Okay? If you are healthy, you can go and check up with your general health physician and you can see if you are physically eligible to donate some blood. Okay, do it on a Tuesday. Do it before the lunar eclipse on 3rd March. If you are not healthy enough to donate blood, then go to a blood collection center and donate some milk and bananas and some energy food. Usually, after the blood donation, the center actually offers you some healthy food, to get some instant energy. Buy those foods and donate those food to the blood collection center. Okay, so it's going to help you to manage the energy of solar eclipse. It's going to help you to manage the energy of Angaraka Yoga, and it will help you to take the right decision, to take the right action. I hope you all the best, and thank you very much for listening to my video. I will see you in the next video.